Hey, hey, what's up, people? It's the Red Dog Extreme here. Came by to talk about last night, what happened on Friday Night Smackdown. And I gotta tell you, Friday Night Smackdown was great. It was a great pay-per-view. It was a great Friday Night Smackdown. Smackdown turned out very good. The night opened up with Kane addressing that he saw The Undertaker coming back from the dead. And he said those two words, who did it. I kind of left it as a cliffhanger. It was Rey Mysterio. So it's two words of who did it. So it turned out, I don't think he doesn't have to really do any further investigation. I don't know if Rey Mysterio will turn heel or not, but I wouldn't really think so. That he vegetated The Undertaker just because The Undertaker beat a Rey Mysterio. I wouldn't think Rey Mysterio did it. I probably eventually soon is going to find out Kane did it. He's just going to be laughing evilly. Hopefully that doesn't really happen. It turned out that night. It turned out he was going to make Rey Mysterio pay. That's what happened later that night. I'll talk about it further after that. Also, what happened that night was a first match was let's see, Dolph Ziggler against Kofi Kingston. That's what kicked off that night. It was Kofi Kingston had the upper hand halfway through the match, and Dolph Ziggler gained the upper hand, was hanging on the ropes, slapped by Vicky Guerrero. Kofi Kingston got so berserk and just beat up Dolph Ziggler, brutalized. I thought he was going to try to knock Vicky off the apron and somehow get her ankle broken and then somehow, get punished for that brutally or get stripped from the title, but that's not what happened. So it turned out Dolph Ziggler gets the title after getting Kofi Kingston getting disqualified just because he lost so much control. He just want to beat him up. He got thrown over the coffee Dadeout's table. He got thrown into the security wall of the barricade. And I tell you, that was a heck of a beatdown Kofi Kingston gave. And you never see that type of ambush from middleweight classes like 240 pounders or something like that, or 220 pounds or whatever stuff. But so I'm saying. So yeah, that's what happened. But it was a crazy ambush. Like I said, he brought a lot of hell on that after Vic getting slapped by Vicky. He was enraged. So after that night, Drew McIntyre against Christian. Drew McIntyre gained the upper hand after pulling him through the bottom of the apron. Underneath the apron, there was some steel. He got yanked there in the arm. Drew McIntyre gained the upper hand halfway there, and then Christian was able to turn around the match with DDT after getting the left arm hurt a lot, using that for the offense. Eventually, he nailed the inside cradle after he encountered the future shock DDT and getting the kill switch counter by McIntyre. So he got the upset win. I gotta tell you, that was great. I thought Matt Hardy was gonna come and give him lift his arm, something like that. And then by some miraculous situation, he brutalizes Matt Hardy. So that's what happened. So moving on, other matches that happened was Big Show against Straight Edge Society. You can see backstage before the match, CM Punk was really storming at the Straight Edge Society, especially the rest of the three other members of his Straight Edge Society, his three disciples or three members. He yelled at them because their head was bald. CM Punk got shaved bald. He got his mask removed. He was steamed about that. And I was pretty upset that he had to get his mask removed that early and that soon. And now we have to see bald CM Punk. I wish he kept his hair. I don't know why he got his head shaved. I think, I don't know why they really kept this. I think he should have kept his hair, even though he seemed a little two-faced about that. But yeah, well, show's gonna go on, but I'm still enjoying it a little bit. But anyway, CM Punk yelled at them that, you do something about Big Show humiliating the Straight Edge Society. So Big Show and Rey Mysterio switch feuds. Rey Mysterio feuding with Swagger and Kane. And as the Big Show's now feuding with the Straight Edge Society, Rey Mysterio's former rivals. And now the Big Show will face Luke Gallows. Big Show halfway gained the upper hand. Luke Gallows was able to throw Big Show out of the ring. And then CM Punk interfered ringside and ended up getting disqualified. And then it turned out they just plan on punishing the Big Show. That was something they had to do, or else they're gonna pack the bags and be kicked out of the Straight Society or whatnot. So Turned out CM Punk was stepping on Big Show's on hand, as Serena with those big high heel boots was able to step on him too. And as Big Show was passing out from the pain, he got the biggest ambush, brutal beatdown that was ever seen for the Straight Society on a 500-pound Big Show. And I gotta tell you, that was groove work, especially with Luke Gallows. Big Show could have knocked Luke Gallows out, but I don't think that would have happened anytime soon. So yeah, that's what happened. I gotta tell you, the match turned out good, and I say it turned out okay. And even though it wasn't a real match, but that was a little tragic. So a little bit after that, it was McCool against Blanchard. McCool member Layla was supposed to face Blanchard member Tiffany. Vicky Guerrero came out after the Intercontinental Championship match she managed, and she decided that the Women's Championship member, instead of Layla defending her title, it will be Michelle McCool. So what happened after that? Michelle McCool competed against Tiffany, and halfway through the match, Tiffany had the upper hand a bit. And I tell you, that was a real after Michelle McCool's taunting, Tiffany attacked and gained the upper hand halfway through the match. But with Layla distracting, Kelly getting involved, Tiffany took too much time getting turned around, going up the turnbuckle. Michelle McCool shoved her off the turnbuckle and nailed the face breaker. I kind of fast forward through that because I was like, oh man, this is kind of disgusting for her to get distracted this long, and then Michelle McCool nails her finisher. So, good finishing move, the face breaker, and then she gets the win. So a little bit after that, after McCool celebrating, Teddy Long shows up on the Titantron, announcing that the party's over, fun's over. You've been pulling a big celebration on these two. They've been pulling their prank on the entire universe, and now he's saying only one championship can be held. It's a women's champion, not women's champions. So, not championships. So, it turned out she said, oh, it's either you guys are going to pick one tag team partner or one women's champion, or I'm going to. Next week, he's going to decide who will be. But I don't know what they're going to go with this. Hopefully, I don't think they're going to split up anytime soon. I think they'll be a bit too early. If they run out of feuds and stuff, then I think they would split up. And I don't know what will be next for them after that. I think they're doing great. They're like DX, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. Hopefully, if they do split up, they reunite sometime soon. So we'll see where they go with this. But I think hopefully Layla has the title because she nailed the pin 1, 2, 3, and after Michelle McCool did partial of the work. So it's going to be a bit confusing what goes on Friday Night Smackdown. So moving on after that was the main event, Swagger interview by Josh Matthews saying, oh, is he going to do to Rey Mysterio? He said he's going to brutalize Rey Mysterio, throw him to the Gulf of Mexico, and that's what we saw a little bit, in the match with the no disqualification match. It turned out it was him against Rey Mysterio. He attacked Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio Swagger ends up getting carried to the backstage where the concession stand and everything else is. Security try to hold it back. And then they get carried to the outside after Jack Swagger gaining most of the upper hand. Rey Mysterio has some of the upper hand. And then Rey Mysterio nailed a Hurricanrana counter. And then Swagger was screaming, help, yes, we have to get thrown in the ocean. Then Rey Mysterio survived, celebrated, and left. But then it turned out Kane chokeslammed Rey Mysterio. And then he threw him in the ocean, and that's what happened. He was going to make him pay, like he said, and that's what happened with Kane. So he's trying to gain vengeance for vegetating the Undertaker, and Jack Swagger, was still stuck there anyway. So I don't know what's going to happen next. But I don't know what's going to happen after that. I thought the contract signing was going to happen, but it turned out it didn't. But hopefully, if they have the contract signing next week, I'll be glad if that happened. But furthermore, after that, I'll see if somehow what will happen with this whole situation with McCool, who's gonna have the women's championship. But anyway, I just hope either one of them is happy that one of them carries the title and it's been carried to their side of the playing field. So we'll see what happens with that and see how this is gonna break through and how Kane and Rey Mysterio's issues are gonna break through. So I think it's going great with this women's championship situation. I know they've been getting a lot of attention with that, and they're doing great and they're doing perfect with that. But I think they need to make it a little less of a little TV comedy show or whatever, and make a little more of a little more wrestling like Trish Stratus, Molly Holly. But kind of the same thing with Molly Holly getting jealous and stuff. So that's what's going to go down. So I hope this happens. I hope we'll see what goes down regarding that. but I'm a little bit anticipating that. So hopefully I forget about it, but hopefully we'll see what goes down for Friday. So it's for Dog Khalees for Dog Stream. Hopefully I see you later, guys. Man, peace.